Blockchain technology is a new type of software that sits on top of the internet, and it actually solves some of the problems that the internet has created or has not solved itself. So what it does is it provides a new way of adding a layer of security and truth and trust to data and transactions on the internet. And it does this by distributing information to every user on the network that's been created on a blockchain. And smart contracts are a way of automating transactions, but not just the remittances and payments, but actually the promise to deliver something digitally or even physically with just a proof that can be provided on a blockchain network. The interesting question about standards and blockchain is that when blockchain technology was first being developed and then standards came along and said, should we be exploring whether we need standards for blockchain, there was a question about whether it was maybe too soon and we needed the technology to develop a bit more. But this is one of those situations where actually having standards developing alongside the development of the technology has been really useful for developing trust and for trying to ease the regulators' concerns about whether or not blockchain should be used for either new ways of doing business or for new economies. So far, because it's only 2 years old, the way that standards have been explored so far for blockchain technology has been mainly to look at things like terminology, what are going to be the consistent uses for kinds of blockchain networks, because there are a number of uses in the same way that there are for the internet itself. And importantly, the standards for governance and how trust models are going to be created and then used have been explored with quite a bit of detail. So the way that standards are developing is more about how the blockchain technology is going to be used and then what the developers need to think about when they're actually designing the programs themselves.